Well, there we go. Welcome, YouTubers. Welcome if the algorithm has dropped you by. Welcome if you're a regular to the live stream Upward Spiral Yoga, Cats Do Yoga with Humans class. Sunday is a very special day because it's today, and it's Sunday Sacred Self-Care Day, which I need after a move that has gone on seemingly forever. And we're going to relax and restore and renew and regenerate and resurrect and refresh and all the re-words. So welcome if you've been doing yoga with me for 25 years or 25 seconds. You can blend right in with this tribe. This is yoga for everybody. I suggest you lie on your back and relax. Take a load off. Easy does it. If you've never done yoga before, you have now because you've been in this class. And this could be the day that changes everything for you as you aim yourself higher and begin to engage yoga, the art and science of raising one's consciousness to the highest possible level. This, of course, is physical, emotional, spiritual, mental. It's the whole system. This is also yoga for cats and pets and birds, fur, feathers, and flesh. You can see I have a monster black mountain puma. A lot of people have liked and subscribed just for Looney. It helps to buy friskies, which is excellent. Thank you. Maybe wiggle your legs out a couple of times, maybe swallow once, circle your jaw around. Sure, it's nice to have my proper camera, the better angle, my laptop where I can control things. Things are starting to come back online for me. Not just coming back online, but far better than they were before. Could just be a bag of bones, a sack of clams on the floor. Find your breath. There's nothing to do. There's nowhere to go. There's no one to please. There's nothing to push, no one to prod. You in deep relaxation. Good, you're doing great. Welcome if just joining in, maybe you're live streaming in. Sunday, August 18th, 2024, or you're watching it recorded on Upward Spiral Yoga, my YouTube channel, Upward Spiral Yoga, with several hundred yoga videos, meditation videos, yin yoga videos, Dharma talks. It's a channel devoted to living your best life now. Anyway, we got maybe 4 or 5 more minutes on the back, relaxing corpse pose. Yogis call it Shavasana, literal corpse pose. Looney's doing a good cat stretch on his cat tree. He thinks he's going to pull the mattress down on top of my head. That would be hilarious. Happy to cause calamity and catastrophe, he says. Hey, welcome if you just got in on Zoom or Twitch or Rumble or YouTube or any of the social media. The main thing is stop doing anything, relax, take a load off. We do it once every 168 hours. We can devote 1/168th of our week to rest and relaxation, can't we? Oh, you're doing great. Breathe down from your belly button, feel your feels. We are going to chill and have a great time today. If you got a big, hairy dilemma going on in your life, shove it to the back burner for 1 hour. It'll heal on its own, like they all do. This too shall pass. Breathe what you feel what you breathe. Welcome if you're just getting in. The only yoga class you're really late for was your very first one. Okay, it's the great Sunday prayer of acceptance. I accept exactly who I am, where I live, what I have, what I'm doing, what I'm feeling, exactly the way that it is, right here, right now. Good. Now, if you prayed that little prayer with me, biggest inhale of your whole year so far, a whopping big inhale. Exhale, pull the plug, release all of it. All that you just accepted, let it go. Make room for wonderful new things to accept. Our latter days will be greater than our former days. Good. Wiggle your fingers and toes like we always do. Circulate super feel good around your body. Take your arms up to the ceiling, stretch them back up over your head, and stretch out in Sunday writhing around on the floor. Stretch so much you feel first thing in the morning euphoria, me-phoria, euphoria, we-phoria. I'm all for you. Good. Draw your knees in, roll around on your back a little bit. These are all ritual movements. In the word spiritual is the word ritual. The person I heard, no, I'm not going to say that. Good. Let's sit up and issue Sunday salutations, shall we? That's a bit of an alliteration. Now I notice it's 11:11. That means we're all one. Get it? My name is Greg. This is Looney Cat. Now he's over here in this cat tree, not that cat tree. But can you see the difference from last week? I ain't saying it's perfect, but I'm saying progress, not perfection. The right camera, the right angle. I got my guitars hung up on the wall. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Got my guitar center. I got my educational TV and internet Zoom TV station for the lessons that I take online. What else is going on? Now the bed behind me, I got a new mattress. It's a full size, which is smaller than a queen. It's one of those new really thick ones. When I tilt it up, it just stands on its side, unless for some reason it would fall on my head. If it does, at least it's being recorded. But take off the sheet and put a plywood frame underneath it and paint it, or the same color as the wall, or maybe something clever. Don't you think that'll look cool? Got the correct stand for my digital piano. Moved out some space. And I'm about 3% done. Anyway, how are you? What's your big project? Thank God I've got one more week before I go back to school. Let's chant Om. Nice big inhale. God, love, source, infinite higher organizing wisdom. I how for short. Bless us with a great infusion of love and light and truth, strength, courage, persistence, diligence, wisdom, and intelligence, that we may be forces of great good on this planet as we were designed at the factory. Amen. By the way, if you like my prayers, yeah. If you don't like them, make a better one and leave as a comment in the YouTube comments. Not only will that give me insight, it'll also grow the channel. Two birds with one stone. Anyway, don't you kind of like the color? I think I've done a good job with the gray and the gray variegated carpet, color of my shirt, color of the blanket. There's just a nice feel about it, I think. Seated forward fold. We're going to go into some joint juice. Now close your eyes, relax. You might sway a little bit side to side. If you haven't done this before, it's good to do things you've never done before. If you don't think you can do yoga, you're wrong. Just start doing something like this. Remember, you're not responding to yoga. Yoga's calling out to you and has been for a very long time. A lot of people just ignore it for years or decades or lifetimes. But sooner or later, yoga, which simply means the spiritual call to come back to our source, it's always calling. Sooner or later, we answer. We might call that moment of answering a moment of clarity. On your next inhale, come on up. Now, the moment of clarity is often preceded by a technical term, ferocious suffering, arms out, up your back. Not because God wants us to suffer, but because only suffering will get our attention enough to quit giving all of our attention to things that don't work. Poof. The journey is always from the material to the spiritual. Nothing wrong with being material until it begins to break down. You can't get enough of what you don't really need. Up your back, behind your neck. For a while, materialism works. One more yacht is exactly the thing to float your boat. Literally. That was unintended genius. I'm not much. I'm all I think about. One more. Good. Good job. Hands on our knees. If you have a hard time sitting with your legs crossed, maybe sit up on a blanket. It'll begin to open up in a couple of weeks. Hi, Looney. I'm going to get a special Looney cam, so when he's doing something interesting, I can swing to him real quick. Probably half of my subscribers are big Looney fans. They've got the Looney t-shirt, the Looney coffee mugs. Those are available in the description below. That's a lie. I haven't done that, but I'm going to soon. What do you guys think of Looney mugs and Looney t-shirts? Leave a comment. So in relation to the people who watch on Zoom, to the people who watch on YouTube, Right after the pandemic, it was a lot of people on Zoom. It's pared down a little bit, as you might imagine, still very precious friends, but it's about 100 or 200 to 1 ratio of YouTube to Zoom. I'm not judging, I'm just saying 7, 8. Good. Okay, we'll chant one of our beautiful life-changing ohms together. Good. Prayer hands, drop your chin, close your eyes. Now I invite you to pray for the thing most wanted, most needed in your life. Prayer doing yoga is especially strong. Group prayer is especially strong. I bet you understand that. Good. Lace your hands. Stretch up. Yogis have a name for every position. This is called Parvatasana, arms extending up pose. Mildly turn right, left hand, right knee, right arm behind you. Little Sunday twist. Close your eyes. Spine tall, shoulders relaxed. With my eyes turned to the right, I can see the new place for my file cabinet. It's magnetic, so I put my magnetic picture of my nephew, Graham, on my file cabinet. Every problem has a solution. Inhale here. Exhale, release. As my teacher used to say, sufficient. No individual move is that important. What is important is the overall experience, the sequence. Lace your hands, push up. If you go all the way through this for 60 minutes and just do the best you can, you'll be in a different place at the end than you were at the start. And whatever that place is will be greater than when you started. That's an absolute promise. Inhale. Exhale, turn left, 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 left. Right hand, left knee, left arm behind you. You can use your arms to amplify the twist. I did. I got a little crack in my spine. Nothing like sharing Sunday crack with your friends. I've been up since very early, moving boxes, packing, rearranging, big old long walk, meditated, fluffed my cat. I'm kind of warmed up. Twist, squeeze out stinky, stale, old energies. Exhale, release out of that. Good job. All right. I'm going back to my original cross. By the way, I fast on Sundays. By my fast, everybody's got their version. My fast is liquid. So I'm allowed to drink coffee, just no eating, chewing, and swallowing. So cheers. What do you put in your coffee? You might ask. I'll answer if you inquire in a comment down below, I will answer. So please comment. It spreads this yoga like a super positive virus. The first goal was 10 subscribers, then 100. Now it's 1,000. Help me get to 1,000, then 10,000. Okie doke. Lace your hands, thumbs up. And I finally found my razor. Did you notice? It was in the last possible box. Now I can brush my thumbs smoothly down my sternocleidomastoids. I tell you, 3 weeks of shaving added 30 years to my appearance. Exactly what you want. 5. If you haven't done this before, you'll really like it. I'm smoothing my neck. Good. Now take your thumbs underneath the corner of your jaw, right there. Pin a pillow down with your chin, like you're putting a pillowcase down. Drop your chin. Massage underneath your jawbone. Oh boy. Good. Now your neck is more released. Drop your chin more. Take your head around 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Simple rhythmic movements designed to bring you into alignment with God, love, source. How do you like those apples? 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Relax your chin down for 22 seconds. Fall asleep. Make ujjayi, whispery seashell sound at the back of your throat, if you know what that means. Relax your shoulders. Surrender yourself to the infinite. There's an interesting phrase in the recovery movement. Newcomers come in, sometimes they have a problem with a spiritual approach to recovery, and old timers say, here's all you need to know. There is a God and you're not it. And usually the newcomers balk and say something nasty back, but sooner or later you're beaten into reasonableness. I would prefer not to be, but I will be done. Now here's a thought. Here's what I want you to comment on. Imagine this thing behind me painted to look like a chess cabinet. That'd be clever, wouldn't it? A cabinet, a doorway. What else could it be painted as? A piano, a three-dimensional piano? There's so many ideas. I need to hear from my artist friends. When that's painted behind me, what should it be painted as? Chant Om with me. Nice big inhale. Okay, tap the heels of your hands together like this. This is reflexology, acupressure. Looney. By next week, I hope to have my Looney cam, so I'll be able to cut to him. He's impossibly precious right now. Good, now smush into your hippies. How about a picture of a window behind me with a beautiful day with green verdant hills and cows, clouds going by? How about a digital 3D screen that flashes a host of different pictures? Good. Forward, up, over, around, and down. 1, 2, 3. I'm pushing down as my shoulders crest. 6, 7, 8. Disflexion, not datflexion, disflexion. Upside down, pushing and spushing. I don't think I've given you the update. Just hit 90 days, a couple days ago, of my diet. 21 pounds and probably 15 more to go to get to my actual appropriate metabolically optimized weight. Good, now shoulders back, up, over, forward, around, and down. I was carrying about 205. I think probably 170 will be optimal. Am I telling you to lose weight? Do I look fat in these yoga pants? You look wonderful. I'm not saying to lose weight. I'm saying I needed to, and I'm just giving you my own experience, strength, and hope. 7, 8. Good. Roly-poly guacamoles. Other way. 5. I see people's cats and dogs and feathers and fur. It's great. This is my laptop now. My super expensive Sony camera is our camera. This room is a room of miracles. It's just, what's your room of miracles? Shake it out. Say hello to your room of miracles. I think there should always be something very interesting, a project that just makes you want to jump out of bed like a 4-year-old and race to it. I don't think that ever ends until we decide to leave Earth plane. Cup your hands at your heart, drop your chin. Feel something wonderful coming your way. Something wonderful comes this way. That's a cultivated sense. That's an activated state of faith, of mind. Life fills in our state of consciousness. Spirituality 101. Good. Now, fists, feet. If you can't do this, do what you can. Lift up. We're just breaking open a little adhesion and getting ready for restorative and yin. Good, yogis, come on down. Feet together. Just going to rock a little side to side. Open up my acetabulum, my hip joints. Somebody watching this for the first time, they could say, these movements are so simple, remedial, basic. And I would say, the building blocks of any successful life are fundamentals, basics. If you get those right and do them consistently, then there's only an amplification of good. Wag your knees out a little. This might be, if you're brand new, this might be so tight that you may wince. Wincing is an interesting experience. After a while, you can straighten the arms and push your knees all the way down. Good. From the pose that I love to the more challenging one, knees together, pull your heels into your bottom. Boy, with a lot less belly right now, my heels come in further. Wrap around your knees. If you can pull your knees all the way in and heels to your bottom and kind of lean forward onto your feet, then you're either like under 10 or you've made a living of keeping your range of motion. Gymnast, ballerina, Cirque du Soleil, circus performer, you know. Tall spine, shoulders relaxed, drop your chin, squeeze the out of yourself. You add up a lot of simple, you get intricate, complex. Good. Now, very simple. Left leg out. Take your right ankle over your knee. This might be it for you. Scratch your right ear. If you can, fold your shin under. If you can't, then you will pretty soon. Crack your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, good number today. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2. Self-care, right? Owner's manual for your body. A lot of people, I can just skip this stuff. My body will be fine. I'll be fine. That cartoon picture of the person sitting at their kitchen table with their house on fire, I'll be fine. Good. Good job. All right. Grab your elbows. Side, side. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh geez. Minnesota yoga. Good. Bring them down. Good. Righty leg out. All you got to do if you're one of my hundreds of newcomers, left ankle over your knee. This then would be sufficient. Otherwise, some friends can fold that thing under, crack your toes, I suppose. Two. Did you know your toes and your nose are very connected energetically, not just with smell, but a host of reasons? Good. Now grab your shin, strong left hand, crank a doodle-delic. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1,000 subscribers. That's a nice goal, isn't it? Very soon. When it gets to 1,000, then it really takes off from there. So you personally can take responsibility for the explosion of yoga going around the planet. 7, 8. Good. Now grab your elbows, switch it the weird feeling way. Bring up, side, side. After this little part, then we'll do some slower yin-based yoga. I think you're really going to like it. Good. Now arms down, swim toward me. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Relax your arms down your back. Now, I'm going to tilt my face down 45 degrees. I'm going to find a little spot on my little piece of detritus on my carpet because today I vacuum after moving in for 3 weeks. But I'm just going to gaze very softly with half open or half closed eyes, depending on whether I'm an optimist or a pessimist. And it's called Yoga Drishti Gaze. Soft, unmoving gaze at one little spot. Blinking is fine. Breathing is recommended. This builds patience very slowly. And quieting the movement of the eyes stimulates our parasympathetic nervous system, the feed and breathe, rest and relax. And who doesn't like feeding and breathing? That's a good pickup line at a bar, isn't it? Would you like to feed and breathe? Close your eyes, chant Om with me. Nice big inhale. Om. Close your eyes for 30 seconds. Be with yourself. Stop thinking. Connect. Hear that still small voice. This is it. Be still and know that you are God. As tremendous and outrageous as that sounds, be still and know that you're God. Be not still and be certain that you're not God. Get it? Okie doke. Now for something completely different. I have a very nice blanket. Ups and downs. Maybe you're as stiff as a boiled owl and your ups and downs are scant and scarce. Maybe you're willowy and ragdollish and serpentine. Maybe you're the snake from the Garden of Eden. Tempting you are. Go ahead, eat this fruit. It'll be okay. There's that person sitting at their kitchen table with their kitchen on fire. It'll be okay. Everything's fine. Maybe you found yoga just in time. It's usually when it gets us. Isn't that what Bonnie Raitt said? I found love just in the nick of time. Good. Now, we're not going to do that horrible, rigorous Saturday pose. We're going to do a Sunday yin pose. There goes my left arm out to the side, and here comes my left ear and left shoulder. This is it. This is it. It's a forward fold. It's a twist. It's a neck stretch. It's an inversion. It's a spinal extension. Now my right hand is really supporting the amount of pressure. Some days I keep my right hand down just to moderate the amount of sensation. Some days I take my right arm up and just snake it around all the way behind my back. That delivers a little more leverage, so to speak, into my shoulder and neck. So if I don't want that much, my right paw comes down and mitigates, moderates, modulates the amount of sensation. Now, we're not going to do this for 10 minutes, but a minute and a half of this will change everything in your life for the better. It's good to get your head at the bottom of your body sometimes, an inversion it's called. Okay, press into your right hand. Scrape your left arm back out if it's still attached. Gatos y vacas por mis amigos en la español, up and down. This keeps the prana, the life force, going up and down your spine. So it goes all the way to your far away areas of your body rather than those areas dying of starvation. Good. Now pause, right arm out to the side. Swing your right ear, right shoulder down. Keep your left hand down. Now, I'm not saying this is a walk in the park. I'm saying you're going to feel something. You should feel something, but it shouldn't feel like a hot poker shoved up your nose. Left arm up if you want. Smooch it around behind your back, or left hand can stay on the floor, supporting, kind of like an extra leg on your table. Good, that seemed like a nice period of time. Come on out. Couple cats, couple cows. Now I've got two exciting options for our next pose. My cat's favorite pose in the morning. Cat stretch, butt high, arms extended out, or you can widen your knees, big toes together, and you can send your butt all the way back down to your heels in child's pose. Now, I'm currently not doing that pose because of a meniscus. So I'm giving you the option of child's pose, butt back on your heels, really low down, spine laid out, pubic bone down on the floor all the way through your throat, or cat. Yogi's choice. I love cats, obviously. Good stuff. We're heading towards restorative with yin. Back up on your paws. My skirt is coming up over my head. And my petticoat is not that attractive today. So, all fours. Now, I just want you to circumnavigate your globes. I want you to undulate your underbottoms. I want you to pulsate your pantaloons. I want you to churn your butt. This can be anything from very Victorian, very staid, very conservative, or you could go, well, very 2024, buck wild, take it around. Other way, circumnavigate your bottoms. What's not to like about this pose? Very animal, very avatar, very lizard. Good. Now, don't worry too much. Just come down to pose that 60-year-old guys never do. Teenagers, little kids, they're always playing video games with their legs up like this because the front of their body hasn't died yet. So you don't want the front of your body to die because the front of your body has a lot of good stuff on it. So you want the front of your body to stay active and lively. But if you've been alive for a little while and you've been sitting at work in a job you don't like for a long time, the front of your body freezes. We're going to fix that in just one session. So just this, unless you can cross your right forearm in front of you, take your left arm out. Is there a foot back there? Now, I know for a lot of my brand new friends who are just starting yoga for the first time ever, there's no foot back there. It's way far away. It's all the way on the other side of the country. And you have to send your left hand back like Lewis and Clark to see if you can find your foot. Then you almost die in Montana until Sacagawea comes by and tells you how to get to the Pacific. Now, you don't even have to lift the leg up. Most people can't. You can lift it up if you want, but this is the yin version. And you just wait and check your iPhone today. Maybe you won the lottery. Maybe it's your ex calling you back saying, I made a terrible mistake. Please take me back. And you're thinking, not a chance. What a gift that is. Good. Now just release that side. Left forearm in front of you. Yoga gives you a lot of time to think. Now you reach out with your right arm. There's nothing back there. It's gone. Oh no. Otherwise, you make a connection. And for most of us humans who've been alive for say more than 7 years, the right front of your leg, AKA your quadricep, the front of your hip flexor, your abdominal wall is, technical term, all jacked up. And I'm kind of pushing into my elbow. I'm getting a little spinal extension. Now, if you can reach back with both hands at the same time and grab both feet at the same time in a very relaxed fashion, Greg is giving you special papal dispensation to do that. I talked to Pope, I don't know, Pope Francis, is that right? Relaxing my shoulders down my back. And by the way, if you don't like this, too bad, you probably need it. Now you can lift your legs all the way up and tickle the back of your head with your tippy toes. My friend Laura in Pleasant Hill, where I used to live, she can do that with immunity. On YouTube, you can't see her. So she's Any Mouse. Good, release that. Good, now I'm just gonna get a little taller up on my elbows. See that? See that? Spreading my hands open, folding my toes under. Now I'm gonna keep my knees down. I'm just gonna lift my guts to stretch my spine. Knees down, elbows down, drop your chin, suck your guts up like somebody's taking a social media picture of you in a two-piece. Suck them guts up. Good, now mercifully relax down onto your left ear. Yin neck stretch. It also looks like sleeping. Yin neck stretch is undiscernible from sleeping. Right ear, other pose. Okay, let's get out, kids. See how this is yoga for everybody? See how you can do this? See how much more inclusive this is than those other elitist yoga classes on the internet with the young people doing Kama Sutra and absurd things that you can't? Why not do this instead? Like and subscribe. So, we're going to do waterfall pose. Do you know what? It's river pose. We're going to make our body into a stream that goes downstream. What do you think? How do we do that? Well, I'm going to show you. For this, you'll need blankets or pillows. Almost anything will do. But in a general sense, this is what I'm going to do, and do your best to build what I build. So for this one, I've got a bolster. It's going to go underneath my knees. This could be a rolled up blanket, of course. Now the important part of this pose is what's going to go under my bra strap, okay? That's going to be the smallest of all the impediments. That's just like a couple of inches tall. Do you see that? Now the thing that goes underneath my neck, something goes underneath our knees, our heart, and our neck. This one's bigger because my cervical curve is larger. So there's that. Watch how I get in and then you get in. Our knees go over something. This is kind of weird, the part that goes right underneath your bra strap. Very subtle, but very powerful. I get it right underneath my heart. When I do that, my arms kind of spread out to the side. Then this blanket plumps up underneath my neck. Now, do you see how I'm like a river flowing over rocks? This heart blanket is surprisingly, I feel it. And if you stay in this one for like 6 minutes, like we're gonna, this one is gonna change everything, heal all of your maladies, solve all of your problems, and deliver on all of your wildest dreams. But seriously, you guys, right underneath your knees, a little thing underneath your heart, That'll make your arms splay out to the side. And then satisfying plumpage underneath your neck. Let the restorative begin. This is a good one for relaxing your jaw, letting the back of your neck release, softening any resentments or anger or bitterness or betrayal by ripping your heart open, relaxing your guts, breathing from down here in my belly, letting my southern hemisphere, my guts, and my lower aspects of my being relax. And my legs just go weightless because my knees are lifted. Now you can fall asleep. I'll wake you up. Last thing, move your breathing down to your belly button, away from your chest, down to your cute little belly button. If you're just tuning in, if the algorithm, you're just coming into this class, what the hell's going on? Restorative yoga. It's not an accident. You should do it. Lay on your back, relax. Save liking and subscribing for a little later. See how we're doing this one longer? We're like halfway in. Isn't that good news? You can relax twice as much. In a pose like this, you can go from thinking about letting go and surrendering to actually letting go and surrendering. A couple more minutes. Okay, my friends, now really good news. Shavasana today is this very same pose with one modification, and the modification is you lift up your torso for just a moment, I promise. You move the chest blanket out of the way, and then the pose unbelievably cleverly and conveniently becomes Shavasana. And the differential in moving the chest thing out of the way will heal all of your maladies, solve all of your problems, and deliver quickly and fruitfully to all of your life's biggest dreams and desires. Anyway, I'll see you in 5 minutes. This has been the best Sunday class ever. Don't forget to relax your mouth. I found a 16-pound sandbag named Looney to lay on my chest. Okay, my friends around the world, there's that guy's voice from thousands of miles away. Stay nice and relaxed. Just begin to come back toward your body. Breathe back toward your skin. And this is something I do every Sunday. It's an opportunity when there's a nice blending of soul and spirit, Atman and Brahman in Hindu. You can invite God, love, source, whatever you like to call it, as long as you call upon it in. In recovery, this is the third step, but that's just one way of saying it, inviting source in. Good. If you prayed that prayer with me, wiggle your fingers and toes. Circulate an always fresh, always alive, always new batch of life force in. Sat, Chit, Ananda, say the yogis. Ever conscious, ever aware, ever new bliss. Good. Nice deep breath back in your healed body. Curl onto your right side. Take your time. While you're in fetal position, love all over yourself. I like to say love the way that you love your kid or your cat. Good. Now, please keep your eyes closed when you sit up. That's the rules. Don't even ask, just do it. And all around the world in a matrix, a lattice, a network of jewels, all connected, eyes closed, hearts unified, hands to our hearts. And our growing tribe of Sunday yogis, we spread a network of love around the world, protecting, guiding, inspiring, healing, because this network is all connected to Source. All together we say, Namaste. As always, I bid adieu to my YouTube friends first. Thank you for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. Literally, thank you for pressing the like and subscribe and sharing with friends and leaving a comment. Do you feel better than when you started? Share that with a friend. It makes a huge difference, and you make a huge difference for me. So I thank you.